Rohit was traveling from one city to another, but he missed his morning train. While waiting for the next one, he thought of having breakfast. He walked out of the railway station and started moving toward a nearby hotel. On the way, he noticed two small boys sitting quietly on the sidewalk. Their clothes were dirty and torn. Their weak faces clearly showed they had not eaten for a long time. Rohit felt bad for them. He took out 10 rupees, handed it to the boys, and quietly walked away. But after taking a few steps, a thought suddenly struck his mind. What have I done? I gave them only 10 rupees, when even a cup of tea costs more than that. The thought filled him with shame.
Rohit immediately turned back and walked toward the boys again. He asked softly, "Would you both like to eat with me at the hotel?" The boys looked at each other silently. They were hungry, very hungry. So they quietly agreed. Together, they walked toward the hotel. But as soon as the boys reached the entrance, the hotel owner stopped them. Their clothes were too dirty and torn. Seeing this, Rohit stepped forward. "They are with me," he said calmly, "and I will pay for their food." The hotel owner suddenly understood the situation. He lowered his eyes, feeling embarrassed for judging the children. Finally, the boys were allowed inside. They sat down comfortably for the very first time that day. Rohit smiled and asked the boys, "What would you like to eat?" But the children remained silent. Rohit understood they were too shy to answer, so he ordered food for them himself. A few moments later, the food arrived. The boys' eyes suddenly lit up, their faces filled with smiles. And as they began eating, Rohit noticed something special. It was not just food they were enjoying, it was care, kindness, and dignity. Watching them eat filled Rohit's heart with happiness. Before leaving, he gave the boys some more money. "Buy yourselves some clothes," he told them softly. And then life slowly returned to normal. Days passed, but Rohit could not forget those boys. Their hungry faces stayed in his mind. One day, while visiting a temple, he looked toward God and spoke silently. "God, where are you? How can you stay quiet while innocent children suffer from hunger?" But suddenly, another thought entered his mind. Who had been feeding those boys until now? And what I did for them, was that truly my own idea? In that moment, Rohit understood something powerful. Whenever we help someone, it is because God chooses us to help them. God sends kindness into the world through human hands. Refusing to help someone in need is like refusing the work of God Himself. If you have the ability to help someone, even in a small way, never hesitate. Because for a person who is suffering, no help is ever small. Sometimes a small act of kindness can become someone's biggest blessing. If this story helped you practice your English today, or if it simply felt deeply satisfying, make sure you follow us.